Beruchim Habaim, Moshe Langado, speaking under the auspices of KOLLEL A'Havat Israel. May Hashem give them Hatzlacha in all their good deeds. My friends, Wednesday night, Thursday, is Tu B'Shvat. Tu B'Shvat is really a very special holiday. The interesting part is that it is not found in the Gemara. In the Gemara, what is discussed that on Tu B'Shvat, according to Bet Hillel, we have Rosh Hashanah Shel Ilanot. And that dictates laws of Maaser, it dictates the laws of Orlah. Let us focus a little bit on the laws of Orlah. Be it you are in Eretz Yisrael or in the Galut, in the diaspora. We have a law of Orlah, meaning that after I plant a tree, I cannot eat its fruit for 3 years. In Eretz Yisrael, it's a halacha which is written in the Torah, and in Chutz La'aretz, it's a halacha Moshe Sinai. And there are differences in the law. For example, when I have a safek in Eretz Yisrael, I still can eat it. It's a safek d'oraita. When I have a safek in Chutz La'aretz, even though it's halacha Moshe Sinai, I could rely on Rov. Therefore, when I'm in Eretz Yisrael, there must be some sort of hashgacha telling me that this fruit is not from Orlah. When I'm in America, I could take for granted that most trees which are giving fruit are older than 3 years old. Again, so what is Orlah? Orlah is after I plant a tree, I cannot eat its fruit for 3 years. And it makes no difference if the tree is owned by a Jew or a non-Jew. I cannot eat those fruits. Now, what does Tu B'Shvat have to do with it? Because if the tree was planted about 45 days before Rosh Hashanah, then I don't have to wait a full 3 years. Tu B'Shvat will be the time which I'll be able to eat from that tree, because Tu B'Shvat is Rosh Hashanah Shel Ilanot. Now, what else do we have on Tu B'Shvat? So on Tu B'Shvat, according to the Rishonim, not according to the Gemara, it doesn't discuss it, I cannot fast. So if a Chatan who has a minhag to fast on his wedding day, and his wedding day is Tu B'Shvat night, he will not fast. If a person wants to accept upon himself a fast, cannot accept upon his fast on Tu B'Shvat. Also, when it comes to Tu B'Shvat, we say Hishem in the Tefillah. We don't say Anna, we don't say Nefilat Apayim. We say Hishem, because it's a holiday of the sort. When it comes to a ritual, there are rituals that we have on Tu B'Shvat. We eat many different types of fruits. And there are customs of up to 30 fruits are eaten. Some with peels, some without peels, some with pits, some without pits, some with seeds, some without. A whole gamut of minhagim grew on from Tu B'Shvat. We Sfaradim have a very interesting book called Pri Etz Hadar, which gives us a whole seder for this holiday of Tu B'Shvat. Just like on Pesach, we have a seder with the Arba Kosot as its foundation. When it comes to Tu B'Shvat, we have a seder where the fruits of Eretz Yisrael are the foundation. Also, there's a minhag to pray for your etrog, which will come in the following Sukkot. And some people preserve their etrog and also eat it on Tu B'Shvat. Some people go to extremes to make sure the etrog stays fresh. One of the ways is to put a candle in a bottle and put the etrog in. Close the bottle, light the candle, close the bottle. The candle will suck up all the air, all the oxygen, and then put the etrog in the fridge, in the freezer. After 3 months, from Sukkot till Tu B'Shvat, the etrog will look beautiful. You'll take it out and you'll eat it on Tu B'Shvat. Some people make a jam out of it. Some people put it in their tea. A question is asked, what about saying Shechianu on that etrog? And the Ben Ish Chai is of the opinion that we do not make Shechianu on the etrog. Why? Because Shechianu was already made on the etrog of Sukkot. If it's another etrog, and not the etrog which used on the holiday, then you could make Shechianu. Other people say that even if it is another etrog, you shouldn't make Shechianu. Why? Because Shechianu is on a fruit which is in the marketplace only seasonally. When it comes to the etrog, those who have ever seen an etrog tree, the fruit never falls off the tree. When we say Pri Etz Hadar, Hadar is red, Hadar ala ilan mishana l'shana. Till I pick the etrog, it still stays on the tree. Therefore, there's no real season. Therefore, maybe you don't make Shechianu. So, because of Safek Brachot, no matter what etrog you use, don't make Shechianu. But it is good to find a fruit on Tu B'Shvat that you can say Shechianu on, and make it on this holiday for the trees. My friends, in Israel they have another aspect of the holiday. The other aspect is the planting of trees. Throughout the world, there is a concept called Arbor Day. Arbor is a Latin word meaning tree. All over the world, they plant trees. I remember when I was growing up in California, March 7th was Arbor Day. And the kids from the schools would go out and plant trees. And trees were a necessity in Southern California because it stopped flooding, it stopped rain and mudslides. Therefore, us little kids would plant trees. In Israel, the same thing. But it's not in March 7th, it's on Tu B'Shvat. The JNF has force all throughout Israel. And a lot of trees are planted on Tu B'Shvat, Ken Yerbu. Rabotai Be'ezrat Hashem, may this Tu B'Shvat be celebrated beautifully, and may it be an auspicious time for the coming of Mashiach very soon. I wish everybody a Shavua Tov.